Good evening, children. Please switch on your videos. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening,
Yes. Okay. So we have started the introduction for personality, and now we'll study about the major approaches to the study of personality. Mainly, we have two approaches. They are type approach and trait approach. Along with that, one more is there, which is considering our situation as some factors, that is interactional approach. So type, trait, and interactional approach. Three approaches are there. Intelligence, we had how many approaches? Two approaches. Which were the two approaches, Sana? For intelligence? In the previous chapter. Don't know? Study, start studying. I told you. We have tests next week. Megna, tell me, which are the two approaches?
Psychometric and information processing.
Psychometric and information processing approach. So here we have type approach, trait approach, and also interactional approach. Now, I want you to do an activity now. Choose one person from the class. Any one person. Any one person who's not present here is also fine. Any one person, and tell me about that person's personality. Describe that person's personality. Don't tell the name. Okay? All right. We will start with. Do you need time to think? Yes. Okay. 2 minutes. Can be anyone. Elvina, Grishma, Ashish, please switch on the videos. Ashish, we are doing one activity. Choose any one person from the class. Don't tell the name. Describe that person's personality. Describe the characteristic features of that person. Okay. Understood? Yeah. The others have started to think. You also start to think. I'll give 2 more minutes. Anybody in the class? The ones that are present or absent, anything is fine. From the psychology class, because I don't know the rest of the people in your class. So make sure that the person is from psychology class. When you are done, please raise your hand. Everybody will be doing this activity. So don't think you can escape. If you have finished thinking, please raise your hand. Don't waste more time. Aishwarya. Okay. Others have more time to think. Shall we start? Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Start, Aishwarya.
That person seems to be quite calm and patient.
Calm and patient.
The person has pretty good artistic skills
Hmm.
and quite vibrant ideas.
Hmm. Vibrant, artistic, calm, Silent. Okay, fine. We'll find out who's that person later on. Next. Next. Sneha.
That person is cheerful,
Hmm.
determined, sociable, and beautiful.
Sociable, determined, cheerful, and
Beautiful.
beautiful. Okay. Then. Next. I'm on the whole sleepy right now. I'm tired after correcting so many papers. Now, don't let me sleep in the class. It was fun. 2 down. How many more? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, from the explanation, I think, yeah, just a minute, dear. From the explanation, I think these two have said about two different people, isn't it? What do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah, fine. Elvina.
She
Hey, don't tell
she was
Shivani. Okay.
very interacting
Hmm.
and studies good
Studious, interactive,
and active
active,
and helping others.
helping others, helpful.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Now, next. Next. Meghna.
That person is very helpful.
Hmm.
Sometimes that person is very carefree, but like she do her work.
He or she. That's
He
the
or
word.
she does the work and kindly and is beautiful. That
Hmm.
person is beautiful
Hmm.
and kind to everyone.
Hmm. Okay. Then, next one.
That person is tall
Hmm.
and she's helpful.
Hmm.
Person is
Then,
and friendly.
uh, then,
BTS fan.
uh, miniature.
BTS fan.
BTS fan. That's all? Okay. Next. Who has not got his boys? Why are you always late? Amal.
And the person is a great Messi fan. Uh, he likes football very much. Usually he does not study well. He likes playing games. So,
Not interested in studies, but likes gaming.
yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you for your information. Then, next, Rena.
That person had good artist skills.
Hmm.
He is very silent. I mean, the
Si-
person
huh?
silent.
Silent. I heard psycho. Then,
Then she
she.
No. Like
No, not she, not she.
the person, and she's very genuine.
Yeah, not she, but she's very genuine. Then,
and, and also kind.
and also kind, gentle. Okay, whatever. Then, who's left? Rishma.
The person is very silent,
Hmm.
but is very smart,
Hmm.
very ambitious.
Hmm.
I maybe an overthinker. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. You do you guys talk? I mean, after the class to each other? At least chat. Yes. Anybody who does not mingle with the others? Amal, I expected that. He doesn't even reply to my messages. Anybody else? No. Okay. Then Ashish, last and final chance. Shoot.
The person is calm and quiet.
Hmm.
They have different mood,
Hmm.
different time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then somebody is trying not to smile. Then that's all. That's all. Okay. Fine. So time to reveal the he and she. Okay. All I think all of you might have guessed some of them, and some of the he or she was evident. Yes. Yeah. We'll start with whom did we start? Aishwarya, right? Aishwarya. Who was that?
I should reveal the person I was singing.
Yes.
Sana.
Sana. Okay. Yes. Artist skills from the word itself. Then Sneha.
Mom, I told you.
Huh?
I told you. I didn't get anyone. So I told you.
Wonderful. Then, did you just tell that that person was beautiful?
Yeah, everyone is beautiful.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're one.
Okay, then thank you for the compliment. Then, who was next? Meghna,
Rishma.
Reshma. Yes. Then, Elvina,
Rishma.
Reshma. Fans. Then, Amal. No. let me guess. Let me guess. Who will guess? Raina, please guess whom he was talking about.
I think so. Amal Kesaji.
Huh?
Amal Kesaji.
Amal Kesaji. Correct. How did you get to know that he was a Messi fan?
Ma'am, 10th we was together, same class.
Oh, you were classmates and you knew each other. Okay. Then, Raina, who was it?
Sana.
Sana. Okay. Who else? Grishma.
Amal.
Amal Raj, no?
Raj.
Yes, I also guessed. Ashish.
Amal Raj.
Amal Raj again. That also I guessed. Okay. Anybody who did not reveal? Sana.
Meghna.
Meghna. She was tall. From that, we can understand. When you all come to class, I would have to look you all like this because I'm too small. Okay. Anyways, so a bit refreshed, no? After the boring classes? Yes, at least a bit. Okay. Now, the words you use, that is like cheerful, shy, then helpful, then What else? Happy, beautiful, all those things. They are known as traits. As of now, understand they are known as traits. In the previous page, we had a definition on traits. What was it? Stable, persistent, and specific way of behaving. Suppose um, for a person, like just we explained about the features or the behaviors of a person, we are telling that one person is very outgoing, very smart, very much sociable, very much outspoken, very much mingling with others. Okay, if we say that, then all these are the traits of that person. Traits means it's like just like some characteristic features of that person. Okay, that is one approach to personality. Now, another approach is we are categorizing people into certain types, like a combination of this cheerful, that, and this and that. We mix it and we give a label that this is this type of personality. Then we mix something else and we give a label that this is this type of personality. So there is a broad pattern of a set of behaviors or the set of characteristics. We put that into a particular label or a particular type, and we explain personality in terms of that personality type. That is the type approach. Understood? Suppose if we are telling about the trait approach, then we say that this person is less shy, this person is more shy. Like how much consistent this particular shyness is in that person. In terms of that, if we speak in terms of that, then we consider it as a trait approach. But if we consider the shyness, inhibition, not speaking much, then not mingling with others much, and we put that into a particular type, let it be type Z, then that is a type approach to personality. Got it? Got it? So type approach is a baggage of all the traits. We can consider like that. Whereas trait approach means we'll say the different levels of a particular trait. When we study the theories, it will be more clear for you. Don't worry about that. Then interactional approach. Interactional approach means, as we say in all the theories, it is an interaction between the this factors and that factors. So interaction with the situational factors or situational um, components of the environment. The interaction between that and other traits, that becomes the interactional approach to personality. We'll read, we'll go through the theories and understand more. Don't worry. We'll start with page number 29. Take page number 29. In the lecture note, please write down the heading, Major Approaches to the Study of Personality. At least write down the names and keep. Type approach, trait approach, interactional approach. Type approach, trait approach, interactional approach. Okay, first one that we'll be dealing with is type approach. Amal, start reading. Psychologist interested in the
Psychologists interested in the study of personality try to answer certain questions about the nature and origin of individual differences in personality. You may have observed that two children in the same family develop dramatically different personalities. Not only they look physically different, but they also behave differently in different situations.
You and your
This
sibling.
observation often
Or,
generates.
excuse me, you and your sibling, I mean those who have siblings, are raised in the same family, but you look different and you behave different, isn't it? Yes. Aishwarya sibling, yeah, always. Okay, then continue.
This observation often generates curiosity and forces us to ask why it is that some people react differently in a given situation than others do. Why it is that so people enjoy adventurous activities while others reading watching television, or playing cards.
Hmm.
Are these different stable all through one's life, or
Are they
are
just
they just short-lived and
short-lived
situation
and
specific?
situation specific? Yeah, you might have thought about it. I have thought about this. Why are people behaving in such a way? Why do some people like this over the other? Why do some people talk a lot while some people do not? We expect, like, if we like a set of personality characteristics, then we'll expect everybody to behave like that, isn't it? But what we have to understand as psychology students is that what exists. The first chapter, what did we learn about? Each individual is each individual is
Unique.
unique. So what exists between people?
Individual difference.
Individual differences exist between people. So of course, what will also exist in personalities? Differences will be there in their personalities also. Okay. Now then, who will continue? Who did not get a chance today? All good. Grishma read? Grishma is not here. Meghna read? It's okay. Read once more.
A number of approaches and theories have been developed to understand and explain behavioral differences among individuals and
Hmm.
behavioral consistencies within an individual.
Hmm.
These theories are based on different models of human behavior. Each throws light on some, but not all aspects of personality.
Yeah, that's a very important thing. Each theory throws light on some, but not all aspects of personality, which means you cannot expect that one theory, one personality theory explains all the features of personality. Okay, that is the importance of personality theories. Suppose if we take the important type theory, then it's not necessary that all the personalities in this whole world is explained in that small theory. Only a part of it is explained. So that's why we are studying too many personality theories. Suppose if we meet a client, hmm, and if we have studied only one theory of personality and we are trying to figure out which personality this person belongs to with this one theory alone, and unfortunately this person does not belong in any of the types, then we'll have to know, or we'll have to have the other theories as backup. That's why we are learning so many theories. So one theory alone cannot explain all the personality factors that exists. Understood? That is one important thing. Note that while, or just have that in mind while we learn all the theories. Okay, now we are starting with the approaches. Continue.
Psychologists distinguish between type and trait approaches to personality.
Hmm.
The type approaches attempt to confront human personality by examining
Right.
certain patterns in the observed behavior characteristics of individuals.
Yeah.
Each behavior pattern refers to one type in which individuals are placed in terms of the similarity of their behavioral characteristics with the pattern.
With that pattern, yes. If suppose two of you show similar patterns of behavior, and in terms of shyness, then in terms of the inhibition that you have in you, in terms of anxiety, or in terms of how much time or how much frequency you talk to people, if all these factors are similar in both of you, then I put both of you into a particular type, into a particular category of personality. That is type theory. Based on different patterns, broad patterns, I'll put you into certain types. I'll categorize you into certain types. That is type theory. See the definition once more. The type approaches attempts to comprehend. Comprehend means to understand, to decode something, not something, the human personality, by examining certain broad patterns in the observed behavioral characteristics of individuals. Certain broad patterns are there. If your personality or if your behavior patterns match with that particular behavioral pattern, then I'll put you into that particular type. Understood? Suppose type, I told you, type A, type B, type C, type D personalities and all are there. Suppose you match the criteria or you match the behavioral patterns of type A, then I'll mark your personality as type A. Got it? When you study the type approaches, you'll understand more. Just understand that there are a broad pattern of behaviors. If an individual's behavioral pattern match with that broad behavioral patterns, that is a collection of behaviors, then you will be put into that type. That is the type approach. Okay. Then I'll give you an example. Let's take an example of a mango. Depending on its shape, whether it is elongated or rounded, whether it gets ripened easily, depending on the color, skin color of the mango, depending on the shape of the seed inside, depending on all these factors, there are different types of mangoes. Alfonso, then Malgova, then so and so, right? But all are mangoes. We know that all are mangoes. And depending on these characteristic features, depending on the variations or the broad patterns of these factors, I put them into different categories. That Alfonso, this is Malgova, like that. Noted. That's like type approaches. But when we come to trait approaches, I'll have one mango in this end, one mango in this end. And then I'll say, this is more ripened, this is less ripened. Or this is more sour, this is less sour. This is more sweet, this is less sweet. I'll just have a comparison based on just some small factors, specific factors. Similarly, when I take two examples of people, I'll say this person is very shy, this person is less shy. This person is mediocre. This person is very intelligent. This person is less intelligent. This person is average. So based on specific things, I'm explaining the characteristic features of that person. That is explained in trait approaches. Got it? Understood the difference? So when I say about a broadened pattern and I put them into different types, then it is type approach. When I say about a specific trait or specific characteristic feature, then that is trait approach. Understood now? At least something? Ashish, understood? Somewhat. Okay. Then, Elvina, continue. Trait approach.
In contrast, the trait approach focuses on the specific psychological attributes along which individuals tend to differ in consistent and stable ways.
Yeah, specific psychological attribute. Specific psychological attribute. Name one psychological attribute. The previous chapter, which psychological attribute did we study in detail?
Intelligent.
Intelligence. As the just like the example I told just now. That is, one person might be more intelligent, one person might be less intelligent, one person might have average intelligence. So when we are explaining it like this, then that is a what approach?
Trait approach.
Trait approach. Does that make any sense? No? Little bit? Yes or no? It's a bit confusing still. Is it making a little bit sense at least? Then only we can move forward. Is it? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. I can see some heads nodding. Others will understand when we see the theories. Okay. And then also, if you don't understand, we'll come back to this place itself. Don't worry. Okay. Then carry on.
For example, one person may be less shy, whereas another may be more, or one person may be less friendly, whereas another may be more. Here, shyness and friendliness represent traits along which individuals can be rated
in terms of the degree of presence or presence of the concerned
Presence or absence of the
concerned behavioral quality or a trait.
Yeah, underline that. Here, people can be rated in terms of the degree of presence or absence of the concerned behavioral quality of a trait. Which means when we take the case of the mango also, what do? In terms of its ripe, whether it is ripe or not, whether it is sweet or sour, based on that, we can rate the mango. Isn't it? This is more ripened. This is less ripened. This is not ripened at all. This is very sweet. This is less sweet. This is not at all sweet. This is sour. This is more sour. This is the sourest. Okay. Like that, we can rate people also based on the presence or absence of certain traits. For example, shyness, friendliness, etc. So if that is possible, then that is trait approach. But when we consider this shyness, friendliness, everything together, we find a pattern of behaviors. Then we categorize them into type A personality, type B personality, type D personality and all. That is the type approach to personality. Got it? Okay, then carry on. One more approach is there.
The interactional approach holds that situational characteristics play an important role in determining our behavior.
Yeah.
People may behave as dependent or independent, not because of the internal personality trait, but because of external rewards or threats available in a particular situation. The gross situational consistency of traits is found to be quite low. The compelling influence of situations can be noted by observing people's behavior in places like a market, a courtroom, or a place of worship.
Yes, places like market, courtroom, place of worship. Just imagine you all have gone to a place of worship, isn't it? Yeah, you all have visited a market at least once in a lifetime. Yes, and courtroom, anyone? Yeah, not necessary, but still, would you behave the same in all the three situations? Just imagine you being in the fish market and you being in the temple, or you being in a church or a mosque. Yes. So if you were in a market and if you were praying in a place of worship, would you behave the same? Not at all, isn't it? I was talking about the bargaining thing. In the market, you will be bargaining like I don't know what, and then in the temple also, you will be bargaining with God. God, I want that. God, I want this. God, I don't want this. God, what is happening in my life? But in a more polite and silent way, isn't it? Yeah. There you'll be shouting and what is this, auntie? You can't give it for this price. I don't want. I want to. I want discount. I want 50% discount. Blah blah blah. But here you'll be bargaining with God with the donation also. 10 rupees, 5 rupees. Then for Arati another price, isn't it? Bargaining is happening, but in different ways. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that is the situational factors coming up, and that approach is called interactional approach here. Interactional approach. This approach holds that situational characteristics play an important role in determining our behavior. Then, if this interactional approach word is given, not given, and only this sentence is given. See that? It holds that situational characteristics play an important role in determining our behavior. Please don't write and keep situationism. Okay, situationism. It's something coming under situationism. Situation is a general thing, and it says that situational factors influence your so and so. But this definition, if this is exactly asked, then you have to write interactional approach. Put a star and keep. Write the question and keep. You will confuse it. Okay. So did you understand the three approaches? The type approach, the trait approach, and interactional approach. When we study, next one is the type approach. We'll study that in detail and you'll get to know which type you belong to, which type of personality you are in. Okay? Fine? Okay. Any doubt? Ashish, any doubt? Shall we wind up then? Okay then. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.